What's up, guys? First job of the day. Let's go. All right, so we're doing some carpet cleaning. We're doing this multiple times for this customer. Look down here. So we're doing this living room here, and we did that chair. And last time we did this job, customer did have a little issue with dry times, which it was normal dry time, guys. It just, you know, people expect carpets to be dry like within a couple hours, and it's just not going to happen. But there's things that we can do to speed up that dry time, and I actually charge for it. Okay, so I let them know it could be between 4 to 12 hours for your carpet to dry, and you need to turn on the fans, and you need to have a proper temperature in the house. Between 68 74 is what I typically recommend. The way we actually speed up the dry time is we just go over it when we're done with the bonnet. Cotton bonnet soaks it up really good. This is just a fluffy one, it's fine, but any cotton bonnet really soaks up the water really good. And then just rake it up, and that's going to help out. So I usually charge per room, and usually if I'm going to do it, it's going to be, you know, multiple rooms, so it makes sense to pull this out. But in this case, I'm doing it for free because I want to retain the customer, because the customer has used us many times, and she just said last time was a little wetter. All right, fine. I explained you know, the kind of science of it all to her, and you know, she's really happy. I mean, she basically started using us and couldn't believe she was using these other people for so long because the carpets are so much cleaner, right? So we want a customer for life, and yeah, it may took a little bit longer to dry for her, but we're gonna go ahead and do this for her, and you know, and keep her. And I'm not charging her for it. It's just, I just value her as a customer because she values us as cleaners, you know. So it's a 175. You got an Orbiter, or you got a Orbot machine, whatever. I always keep something like that in the van for situations like this, or if I'm going to do low moisture, because I also do low moisture, right? This is a 175. This is about the cheapest rotary type of machine you can get. You know, around a little over $1,000. But a lot of people don't like them because they're swing machines, but they're very easy to use once you get used to it. I prefer them, actually. So yeah, so that's the situation. So even though we're going to go over it with the bonnet, I'm talking to the camera right now, Edwin. We're still doing dry passes, right? And we always do it. We have the PSI set at 400. We got, you know, great vacuum. So yeah, there's only so much you can do, you know. And the main thing about this business is communication. So I did explain to her, and I also sent her a link when she called like when we cleaned it last time, showing her exactly what it says, between 4 and 12 hours to dry, sometimes 24 hours, all right? So when Google's telling them up to 24 hours, and we're saying between 4 to 12, that's good, right? So I think the average would be around 6 hours. And it all depends on the carpet too. You got thicker tile, you know, or thicker fibers. It's gonna take longer. This spot was the spot where the dog lays. We're not doing this room. We're just doing this spot right here. All right, I've had this thing for about 7 years. Yeah, looking a little weathered. But that's all it is. Simply just do this. So the thicker the bonnet, obviously, the more it's going to soak up without getting wet too quick. So if you got a thinner one, you can do one side, flip it over, and maybe grab another one. Doesn't take too much time. And guys, honestly, if you really want to be that quality carpet cleaner, and I am, you know, you got to just pick your battles, right? It's going to take you longer to do a job, but if you were to go over your hot water extraction with a bonnet when you're done, your results are going to come out better as far as callbacks, because a lot of callbacks come from overwetting, wicking and stuff like that, not just being wet too long. When you leave carpets too wet, you get wicking, and wicking is spots that pop back up. Easy fix, but this is, you know, if you're not really booked out, right, you really want to build up your reputation, you know, go ahead and add in this before you're done. You know, if you got plenty of time, be a good idea. Or if you just want to get into VLM, strictly into VLM, you can do that too. But you're limited, right? So really bad pet situations, you know, VLM's not going to do it. And even if you're convinced it'll do it, customers are not convinced. And whose matters? Whose opinion matters? That's the customer. Alright, so whenever we do VLM, we rake it out. That way it stands up the fiber for even quicker dry times. Alright guys, that's it for this one. That was a short video, but, you know, gold, right? Gems, nuggets. See you in the next one.